Hey guys, welcome back. So today, I don't know why I do that. And like sometimes I'll do it and it'll come across so loud on camera. I'm like, hopefully nobody uses headphones while they're listening to me. But today we're gonna go over my shear drawer. It's probably like the most anticipated drawer in my entire van. And to be honest with you, it's a lot of junk. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna start at the beginning of the drawer and work my way towards the back. So the first thing, you guys have seen this a million times. This is my paw control Dremel. I need to give it some love though, because you can see like you can charge it forever and that's what it does. So I don't know if it's got Dremel dust or whatever in it, but yeah, so that's not really working right now. Don't mind her. We have the Pinello brush. You guys saw that in, would have been like 2 weeks ago. Product of the week. We have my face mask from Hydra. I use this when I'm blow drying or dremeling, anything like that, anything where stuff's in the air. I don't wear it for the whole groom. Some groomers like to do that, but I can't stand stuff on my face the whole time I'm grooming. And I find the face mask gets like hair and shit stuck in it like while I'm trying to groom. So anyway, that gets on my nerves. So the next thing I have are these big ass black pearl shears. I just mainly use these on big dog tails. I don't use them very often. It's like every now and then I'll grab these, but it's very, very rare. I got them at the last shop I was working at. I did a lot more big dogs, so it made more sense at that time, but it doesn't make sense anymore. So this shear drawer is somewhat organized in like this container is what I use the most. This is like not as much, and then there's combs. So we'll start with like what I use. Yeah, these look like the ones I use. So first, we're gonna start with one I don't use. I just tried these out again the other day. They feel too tight now. Okay, so they weren't really like, I don't know. They just don't want to cut the hair. So I don't know. These are the Evolution shears. They're probably 6-inch Evolution swivel thumbs. I don't know. They just don't cut the hair. And they're brand new. Like, I mean, yeah, I could pay to get them sharpened, but I haven't even gotten like one sharpen's worth of uses out of them, so I'm hesitant to do that. I just don't like them. So the next thing we have, these are by Fresh Shears. These are their double notch thinners. I thought they had a different name, but either way. So the double notch is that both sides actually have like the little notches in it. It's so that when you like grab and pull on the hair. I'm actually going to close this. Sorry, I just thought about it. I was like, oh, we're off a main road. You might actually be able to pick up some of that car noise. It's just a really nice day outside today, okay? So, like I said, double notch thinners, they're really good for the grab and pull. It leaves them more diffused, and the double notch slides through the hair a little bit easier. So, I kind of go through phases with these. I wasn't using them for a while, and then I just grabbed them the other day, and I've been using them a lot. So, these are by Fresh. I don't know if I said that. The other ones were Evolution. I'm pretty sure I said that. So these are kind of like my go-to blenders. These are the Gem Fluffers, piano fluffers. Yeah, the 7-inch 35 tooth, right? Usually that's what that means. I don't know. Either way, piano thinner. I'm just gonna put that on the floor for now. I'm just thinking it would just be better done on the floor. So we have the piano fluffers. I really like them. They blend really well. They're somewhere in between like a thinner and a chunker. They leave a better finish than a chunker. I don't like chunkers. You'll notice I don't have a ton. Well, I actually do kind of have a lot, but I don't use them very often because I just don't like the finish that they give. But these give a good finish, but they take out a lot more hair than the thinner chunker. Anyway, I like them. Try them out. They're a little bit different, or you don't necessarily have to do gem. But I like the ones where the teeth kind of are more like blockish like this, whereas like if you compare it like to this one, they're just, I don't know, more teeth like. I don't know, I like them. They're different. I like to have like a variety of stuff in my toolkit. So anyway, the next one, these are just the 7-inch Gem curves. This is the offset handle. I think these are Cobalt 440. Isn't that Cobalt? I'm pretty sure that's called Cobalt. But yeah, these are nice, just regular 7-inch curves. 7 inches like typically what I go to because I do so many small dogs. So I don't You'll see a few that are bigger than that, but typically it's 7 inches or smaller that I go for. So curved shears. Another curved shear I have are these gem thinners, gem curved thinners. So you'll see like these are not like that deep of a curve. Like these are much more curved, but I think it's because they're like teeth. Maybe you can't curve it as much. I don't know. I don't use them that much, to be honest. I like the chunkers better than the curved thinners, ironically, even though I just said how I don't like chunkers. But I'm a Libra, okay? I go back and forth on things. So only take what I say into like halfway credit, I guess. But so curved chunkers, curved thinners. Like I said, I tend to use these more. The chunkers, they just take off a lot at once, so it's really nice if you're working on like a Yorkie, Maltese, anything like that you need to take off like a lot at once, but you don't want to do a straight shear. I like these. I was using these on my story the other day. I had an Aussie that the parents had cut into their britches, so I used these to fix them, and a lot of people messaged me wondering what they are. So these are red gem, again 7-inch curved chunkers, and again these are the 440 steel, which I think is cobalt, but I'm not an expert, so if it's not, then just don't mind that. Just don't even listen to what I just said. So the next thing we have are the gem swivel thumbs. I don't like these, Tyler. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I used to love swivel thumb whenever I was in cosmetology world, but something about like how you have to hold your hand for grooming is just so like, I don't know, they're fucking heavy, man, and I just don't like them. So they're cute. Thanks for the like mismatch thumb things, you know. They're cute, but like, I don't know. I just don't use them. I find like every time I go to use them, I end up doing like 4 snips and then putting them back and grabbing something else because I just don't like them that much. The next thing I have are the black pearl 8-inch chunkers. Yeah, and these are cobalt as well. They're fine. I don't know. I used to use them a lot more. I don't use them very much now. It's just like one of those, especially on like doodle legs or like the bigger dogs. These are pretty good. So I don't know. They're okay. I'm not saying they're the best. Guide makes decent stuff though. I like the Guide Gator more actually, but I had a pair and I dropped them one day and they completely broke, which isn't Guide's fault, it's my fault. I drop things really hard. So anyway, so these are the ones that I tend to reach for the most. Now these I do reach for sometimes, but just not, I don't know, just for miscellaneous things. Now these are actually my favorite curves, but I dropped them one good time and they need to be sharpened, so they're kind of my junker curves right now. So, but they are flipper handle, which I prefer. So the other one is the offset. So you see how like this one, the notches are like not quite the same. These are supposed to be more ergonomically correct, but these are really nice because when you're doing like the Asian fusion or like a foot, for example, you can like, you know, go on one side, then turn it around and do the other side. So I like the flipper handle personally, but they're not as ergonomically correct. So just take that for what it is. But personally, I like flippers. The next thing we have, okay, I guess we're just gonna go here. So I don't like these. These are the Zolitas, thinners, the 6.5 48 tooth thinners. And okay, so these, the typical shear, Becca works so hard on cleaning this pan. She's just like watching me destroy everything right now. It's not even been like 10 minutes since she finished. Anyway, so I'll find that, don't mind me. Okay, so most shears have this type of adjuster on it, so you would just turn this. This shear, you need one of these for. So I got the shear and I didn't get one of these, and you have to have it because you can't turn these little notches without this little thing, right? So I thought maybe mine got misplaced, like they just forgot to send it or whatever. So I reached out to Zolita and I said, hey, like, you know, I didn't get the little adjuster key for my shears, like, can I get one of those? And they told me that they do not typically send them out, but they would send me one. How generous. These are like, I think this one's actually from Tyler from Summit Sharpening, and I can't remember. He told me he's got like hundreds of these, and they cost like nothing. So basically, they did eventually send me one. I don't know what happened to it because I actually have one from Tyler, and then I have one from Graham at Fresh Shear. I don't know. This one's either from Graham or Olga. I'm not really sure. But either way, I had to reach out to them and get it. And then they were like, well, we don't really do that. Well, how the fuck am I going to tighten your shear if you don't send out the fucking adjuster? Hello? If they're too loose or too tight, they're not going to work properly. So maybe you should send out your stupid key. You thought you were so fucking fancy that you're going to add these little stupid keys. Then not even send them. Anyway, so there's my soapbox. Stepping on the things I'm dropping at this point. Okay, so yeah, as far as like quality and stuff, they're okay. I think the guide gaiters are arguably even better, and I think these were almost $200 and the guide gaiters were like $89. So I'd say go with guide. And they don't think they're overly fancy and not provide keys for their fucking shears. So there's that. Anyway, so the next thing we have are the curved straight shears. This is the 8-inch by Fresh. The only problem I have with a lot of these, and it like Jem does it too, these like little things, the finger rests, they fall out, and I don't know where these have even gone on this one. There's one in here, but anyway, they've probably been vacuumed up and everything else over time. And they, I don't know, they don't feel right without those. And I know they're like, oh, you can glue it or put clear nail polish, but is there not a way that we can just build it, like all one piece? Like, you know how this one's like just one piece that's not screwed on? Like, I'd love that for the flippers, you know, just a suggestion if there's any shear companies watching. That's something I'd like to see. So anyway, 8-inch curves. And then I actually have 2 of these 6-inch curves, and these are like my junkers. You can see they're rusted, crusted, everything else. This is like what I use when you get that really nasty stinky dog, and you're shaving them with the 7, and they're just disgusting, and they've got all that nasty shit around their mouth, and you're just like, ugh. Yeah, that's what these are for. Okay, so the last like full shear that's together are the Fresh Swivel Thumb. Like I said, I really did try with these Swivel Thumbs. I've got one from each brand. I've got the Gem, I've got Evolution, I've got Fresh. Hated all of them. They're just heavy, it's awkward, I don't know, I just can't get into it, and I used to love Swivel Thumbs. So, I don't know, you guys. They're okay. And they are more expensive. The Swivel Thumbs are all more expensive because it's like more metal and shit that goes into them. So, I don't know. I think in the grooming industry, I'd probably just skip them. I like the flipper handles better. And here's another thing I don't like about the Swivel Thumb is like, I don't know, Graham from Fresh told me that's a 1 in a million, that the fucking finger rest comes completely off, and he told me how to fix it, but I didn't feel like it, so I didn't fix it. And now I just use it, like if I get a box that needs opening, that's what this shear is now for. So, like I said, a lot of this is junk, you know? I wasn't kidding, it really is junk. So, yeah, that's basically my junk shear drawer that I use on dirty, nasty dogs, or on, I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say. I started thinking about what I was grabbing next, and then my train pot lost me. So, anyway, the next thing we have are my combs, most of them. I've got a few more in here. I'm just going to grab these right now while I'm thinking about it. So these are my big boy combs. They're too big to go in any of these. And by the way, I actually should have mentioned this at the beginning. Some people, I don't know why I fucking waited until now to mention this, because I'm going to get a million comments, and I should have mentioned it first. Some people like to mount their shears. I don't like to mount my shears. Why? Because in the van there's a lot of moisture. Moisture causes rust. I don't want my shears to rust. Also, when you think about it, your shears are hanging on the wall like this. As you're moving around, they are going to be moving. So you do need to make sure, if you're going to hang them, that your shit's not hitting the wall. Because 1, it's going to scratch up your wall. 2, it's going to ding up your shears. So I've talked to Graham at Fresh Shear and Tyler at Summit Sharp, and they say like drawers like this are good that have this like little mat in it that's kind of rubbery so the stuff isn't moving around. Some people say you should restore your shears like this, that it'll fuck them up. I've been doing this for years. I've never had an issue. So if you don't want to do it like this, You don't have to, but this is how I do it, okay? So I just know somebody's gonna be like, well, I think you should hang your shears up. Well, I think I'm not gonna do that because I like them in the drawer, so there's that. Okay, so combs. These are my big combs. This one I broke. This is by Jersey Pet. I slammed it in my drawer one day, so I actually don't use this anymore. I could probably throw it away, but I don't know, I'm very attached to this broken comb, so I haven't thrown it away yet. Next we have, this was actually from Fresh. It's like one of their tester shears when they were coming out with their shear line. They gave me some to test out, and that's why it's purple, whereas like their new ones are like silver and gold. I don't know, I don't ever use this. It's mostly a drink opener. Like, let me show you. Nail hack. Okay, so when your top's down like this, you know, with your combs. So that's what I use this for. The next we have is the Chris Christensen 017 butter comb. It's really good for like doodle legs, big dogs, heads, ears, I don't know, big doodles. This is my big doodle comb. I like it for fluff drying. The butter combs really do go through the hair really nice. They're a lot like the Ashley Craig combs, which I've shown you in previous videos. So 017 by Chris Christensen. And then the last little cubby that we have here is my combs that I use the most. First, we just have like your run-of-the-mill nail clipper. I don't think I really need to explain to you what this does. Clips nails. Then we have the little one. I do a lot of little dogs, so I like these little cat clippers for my little dogs. The next thing that we have is another one of the Fresh shears. Again, I just use this to open my drinks. And also you can see I broke a tooth off. That was from my button in the drain for my tub got clogged. And you have to like stick a little pin up inside it to like kind of get the gunk out, and I tried to do that with the tooth on this and I just broke it off, so that's why it's broken. But yeah, I mean, she's useful in her own regard. I've used it to open boxes. You just never know, you know? I actually like the color. I wish they would have done more colors, but I get why they went with the silver and gold. It's basic, goes with everything. So the next thing I have, this was sent to me by one of you guys a while back. Miss Heather, I believe was the name. And these are the Ashley Craig combs, the Greyhound combs. They go through the hair really, really nice, and they get out tangles really well. I like to use these while the hair is wet. I don't usually use these to finish. I have a different one I'll show you that I use for finishing, but this one's really good while they are wet or damp. So, like these. The next one I have is a Bowie comb. It is by Colin Taylor, but it's basically the bent version of the Ashley Craig. Same things I said, like the metal coating on it and all that's very nice. I will say the coating on this one does seem to be coming off a little bit more than these. You can see right here, especially where it's kind of gone gold again. But I do like the color. I don't know. I actually don't use this one as much as the other ones, but I don't know. It has its place. I like it for armpits, you know? It like gets in the armpit really good. Demo for you. You're welcome. And then last but not least, we have my finishing combs. I think everybody knows what this girl right here is, the Utsumi Half Moon comb. I love it. Again, better down there than it was in my hands. So I do love my Half Moon comb. Everybody's like watching that. It's like an $80 comb. My bad. Anyway, so then we have my favorite Jersey Pet comb that's not broken. This is the Pro, and the other one is the XL. So this one has the finer teeth on it, and yeah, I really like it. And yeah, you guys, I think that's it. So I'm gonna pick up all the shit that I dropped. Fucking butterfingers over here. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Next up is clipper blades and all of those things. Probably gonna combine a couple drawers because there's some that are kind of like junk drawers that have just like random shit that's gonna take me 2 seconds to glaze over. So anyway, next will be like the guard combs and blades and all that shit. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been enjoying showing you guys how I organize my van. I do change things from time to time. That's what I like about it. It's kind of a blank canvas that you can customize to your liking. So yeah, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.